Okay, we're talking Money Saving Monday today. If you have found yourself falling behind on paying your bills, well, you are not alone. This Money Saving Monday, we've got you covered. This morning, we're breaking down what to do if you do find yourself living paycheck to paycheck and you're struggling to catch up. This morning, I am joined by Alden Rowe. He's the financial advisor from Heritage Financial Strategies. We appreciate you being here. This is something that a lot of people can relate to right now, and I know you're going to talk about that. But first question I want to ask, what should people do, that first step, if they find themselves in this situation?
That's such a great question. And this is something that so many families all across the country are struggling with. People are asking themselves questions such as, how come I can't save money the way I could before? How come I'm making more money, but things feel so tight and they're having to cut and cut? A lot of people talk about the importance of budgeting, but there's this thing that gets so many families caught up when they try to budget. And that is understanding the difference between budgeting and expense tracking. Expense tracking is at the end of the month. You look at your statements, you look at your apps, and you say, man, I sure ate out too much this month, right? I think everyone can relate to that. But when you budget, you pre-allocate all of the money in your bank account and you assign it jobs. And before you eat out, you look at your budget and say, can I afford this? And then you make the decision before you spend the money. And that's the big difference.
That to me sounds like when people say, instead of wondering where your money went, you tell it where to go, right? That's basically
exactly right.
what you're
exactly
saying,
right.
Which is the tried and true and does work. Okay, so Alden, how can people best prioritize their bills?
Absolutely. So when you look at bills, some ways to look at them are things that you have control over that can change month to month. Another way is to look at them from, they're fixed. So and you can also look at them from, sorry, just
No, it's okay. It's early. You're saying
it's pretty early.
Prioritize, right? I mean, you're talking.
Prioritize, and you can also look at penalties. Are certain bills going to give penalties or interruptions in service, which are important? So such as like healthcare or medication is going to be a huge priority, or mortgage, or different types of bills like that.
Absolutely. Okay, so what can people do if they've done all of this, but they still find themselves stuck? I mean, what resources are out there? What steps do you take?
A step you can take today would be to reach out to your creditors and to explain your financial situation to them. When you talk to creditors, they'll oftentimes have programs where they can waive late fees. They can potentially help restructure the payment plan in a way that's going to be easier for your budget.
Okay, that's a great idea, because I think oftentimes people would just say, I want to avoid the creditor. I don't want to talk to them. But if you explain, you're saying that sometimes you can ease yourself out of that situation.
Absolutely. They're there to help, right? And they want this to work out for everyone. So.
Okay. Thank you so much, Alden Rowe, for being here. We really appreciate it. These are great tips, as you mentioned, prioritizing, number one, and also knowing you are not alone in any of this. We appreciate it. Emily, like we talked about it, these are tried and true, but they only work if you do them.